Hey, YouTube, what's going on? It's me, Crazy Kembe, and it's really been a long time, guys, honestly, because I've not been around on YouTube. October was a little bit busy for me, and November was kind of busy too. So where have I been? You know what happened? What really happened? It's been kind of like a, what do you call it? What's the right word? I guess we could say. There's been kind of like a power crisis around this town. The power keeps going out. My power went out 3 times already, but some people still don't have power, and some people probably just got it back today. So that's probably like been about 12 days now. Some people haven't been with power, but the whole thing is that I've really had access to a computer because the power has been out on and off for me for 2 weeks. Hurricane Sandy, I didn't really think things would turn out to be as bad as they were going to turn out to be, because let's take it back to the beginning before the hurricanes. The hurricane hit Monday last week. Let's take it back to Thursday when I was at work, because at the time I was working a seasonal temporary job, so I was trying to figure out when the next shift was. So I asked a coworker. She said, I don't know if we're going to have work on Monday, Tuesday. I'm like, well, why not? He said, suppose there's going to be some kind of hurricanes. And, when you talk about hurricanes in New York, you don't really, I just think of like, lots of rain and all kinds of things like that. But, so that's what I thought. So anyway, the hurricane came on Monday. So I was on, what was I on? I was on Facebook or something. It was Monday and it was raining. You could feel the winds getting strong and all that. So I was talking like, yeah, we had a hurricane last time, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as last time. Because last time it was kind of bad. But, as soon as I said that, the power went out. Like around 6 o'clock, that's when the storm really started. The power went out. So I'm like, yeah, no big deal. We'll be back. We're back. So went to go relax, went to sleep. Next day, the power is now back. And all of a sudden, I realized the weather got really, really, really cold, because before it was kind of hot, but now the weather got really, really kind of cold. So that's the first warning sign, and the wind was super, super duper strong. I'm like, when's the power going to come back? Man, power will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, right? So, okay, well, obviously the power didn't come back on Wednesday. So I said, what's going on here? Like, who lost power? What's going on? And I go out and I find out the entire town has no power. Like all these trees are on the floor. Nobody has power. The entire town is pitch black. So by like 6 o'clock when it becomes dark, the entire town is pitch black. You have to get out your flashlights. In fact, it's very dangerous to be out at night. And it's around here I find out it's actually some kind of gas crisis. Like it's really hard to get gas, and all these cars are lining up. They have all these lines that are really, really long and things like that. So that's also another problem. My phones are dying, so I had to charge it by the cars we had in the front. But that's only a matter of time before the batteries died, and gas is a concern. But so Thursday comes, power is still not back, but around Thursday I really begin to get I feel I'm beginning to get a cold of some kind, because you gotta be honest, I'm outside is cold, inside is cold. And there's only a matter of time before I get sick, but I know it's coming. I'm going to get sick really soon. So I just continue. So Friday, I get sick. So it gets really terrible. But it was really cold. But I was still able to take a shower and everything. Because all I had to do, because this is like, basically what happened is basically like, it reminded me of like Nigeria, because it's like the power goes out a lot in Nigeria basically. And what happens over there is that when the power goes out, nothing's not really a big deal, because the weather's not cold away, but over here it's cold. But the whole like shower trick is basically you take like a pot of water to boil the water, and then you get like a bucket, fill it halfway up with hot water, and then you fill the rest with cold water, and then you just keep filling it till it feels good enough for you to use. So it wasn't really a big deal. The stove still worked because the gas didn't turn off, so we could still be able to boil food. So it wasn't really a big deal. And I still had a bit of money, so I could buy like supplies, stuff like lots of water and all that things, so we don't, die out or whatever. You gotta buy water. Water is the number one thing you need to buy in a crisis like this. And of course we had also candles to light the house, so it wasn't really a big deal. But what was a big deal was I was getting sicker, and the fact of the matter is that when you're in the cold, inside and outside, it's a situation because you can't really get sick in a situation. But as my cold really got really bad on Sunday, the power came back, so that was really exciting. But the power only came back for a small area of people. It came back for me, but a lot of people still didn't have power. But I mean, I got power, so why do I care? I mean, so fuck them, basically, right? So, but the other problem that happened was that after the power came back, the internet wasn't working. So because the internet wasn't working, apparently when the power went out, the main wire for the internet in the basement, it shut it out. So I had to call Verizon, and Verizon was like, we're gonna be there. Your appointment is for next Tuesday. I said, next Tuesday? You didn't bring it back now, but the neighbor, he knew somebody from Verizon, so they were able to come on Tuesday. But I didn't believe they were coming on Tuesday, so I went out because there's nothing to do at home. There's no internet. I mean, a computer without no internet is the most useless thing. You can have the most, state-of-the-art computer, you built it, game machine, but if your computer has no internet, your computer is useless to me. And it's that way for most people, honestly, because most things run on the internet when it comes to computers. So anyway, Wednesday, they're saying there was a snowstorm was going to happen, and the snowstorm happened. The snowstorm wasn't really a snowstorm, it was kind of weak, it's just windy, but guess what, the power went out again. So we're without power again, and there's snow now, but the snow wasn't really like that bad, and that's what really annoyed me, because the snow was weak and the power went out. So what I think happened was the electric guys, they came and they kind of half-assed it for some repairs. So the what's it called? The power wasn't as stable as it was, so the power went out again. So Thursday, like, when's the power gonna come out? So the power comes back for around 6 o'clock-ish, and it comes back for about 10 minutes. So I go on Facebook to talk my shit, it's like, yeah, I got power. No one else got power. Then what happens? The power goes out again. So that was the situation. So we were again with no power, whatever. And so that was the whole thing. And then Friday, after I stepped out for a bit, because I had some things I needed to take care of at the post office and whatever, all these other places, because you can't, just because the power stops, you can't just stop. Your life can't stop, basically. You have to do what you need to do. But anyway, I come back, I was looking for something, I had some rice boiling on the pot, and then I'm looking for some, I forgot what I was looking for. I was looking for like a fork or something to stir the pot, and I look up and the light comes up. And today is Friday, so here we are, the power has come back. I don't know if it's going to stay, but it looks like it's going to stay, because some of the people in the town, some of the people who live around the town, friends, they're saying they're getting their powers, and some people have had their power off since Hurricane Sandy, which came up like last month. So some people have been power for like 12, 14 days. But I mean, it was kind of fun. There was some situations like yesterday, we went, like, some of the traffic lights don't work when I was out there yesterday, so it was crazy. All these cars were moving like all over, and the traffic light doesn't work. But I remember right of way. If you're a human being, whether you're right or wrong in crossing the street, you have the right of way. So I can just cross the street and just like stop, like really fuck up these cars. And worst comes to worst, the car hits me and the car gets wrecked, and I somehow live you best believe I'm gonna sue you for millions of dollars. And if you don't have the money, your wages are gonna get garnished, you know. But that was interesting too. And one of the stray cats got into the house in the dark. That was a real, you know, episode because, you know, cats can see in the dark. And now, you know, what the thing about cats is that once they get used to something, they stay with it. They stay, like, if they get used to your area, they're gonna stay. They stay outside. But this cat is kind of getting used to the house because he likes to stay in the front. So he snuck around me to get inside the house, and I didn't know he was in there. So I went up, and then the cat, he ran out of my room to my brother's room. So we had to get him out because, like, my mother doesn't like those things in the house, and if we don't get it out, she's gonna kill everybody. So that was another episode. But I'm glad the power is back. I'm not saying things are gonna go to normal. Let's wait and see. But I just want to tell you what my situation is, and it's a more boring video, nothing really too exciting, but I just want to say and tell it. So anyway, guys, take it easy. I'll see you when I see you. So peace. Take it easy. Bye.